From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big, bold, beautiful evening here on LALATE with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 and why the Democrats are now pushing for that MSC in that fourth stimulus package. We'll go over the breaking news you're going to hear for the first time tonight on Evenings LA. Then we cut to the recon, a done deal signed and sealed. $3.5 trillion of checks coming to you and the American people. We'll be walking you through this incredible recon. Then we'll be cutting to the world exclusives as only detail on this channel, as the number one guy in the Senate wants you to have those MSCs. And guess what? It's his committee and it's his bill. OMG. Then we're going to cut to the big money that viewers are getting. Is $80,000 a good number for you? I think it is. You can get $80,000 by the end of this week. I'm going to show you how viewers are getting massive sums of money. It's a big night with this stimulus also heating up, and everyone's looking at you because guess what? You look gorgeous with money in your hand. It's a big night, and that big excitement starts right here, right now, as Evenings LA begins. Good evening, everybody. It's a beautiful day here along the coast in Santa Monica, California. I hope you're having beautiful weather where you are. Jump in the live chat and tell me where you're tuning in from and how's the weather. In this fourth stimulus check update 2021 tonight, so much breaking news. Monthly stimulus checks. Everyone wants you to have them in the Democratic caucus. We're going to go over who wants what and what payout. And we're going to go over the world exclusive you only hear on this channel, as the number one guy in the Senate wants you to have an MSC monthly stimulus check. He's walking into the final days because guess what? They're pushing for these details right now. Fourth stimulus recon is in those final moments as the tow hitch is heading to the finish line. Tow truck has already passed over it. Only thing we're watching for is Jaws. There better not be any Jaws in that water when you're on that surfboard because guess what? You can't eat me. I'm vegetarian, so there we go. In this recording, so much happening as well. We'll be going over fish stimulus and also the deliciousness as people are getting big sums of money because guess what? Not a day to be vegetarian, a day to go for the big whopper. And this is LA, America's only 24-hour a day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America. Live in the morning, taped in the afternoons. Coming up next is Overnight's Crypto. Then at 5 o'clock at 8 o'clock is Sirloin. 7 o'clock, Street and Stimulus. Then 9 o'clock, back with Overnight's LA, and then 11:30, Purple. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. And consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. What an exciting day. A lot of breaking news, a lot of new stuff, a lot of people. Everyone from Wyden, Warren, Sanders, Bernie, the other Ron, Clay, and everyone working on this fourth stimulus recon. They're all in town. They're getting it done. Oh, it's exciting. If you haven't set up those LA alerts, you need to, because when something happens, you want to get that alert. You also want to get alert when a new video goes live. It's at news.la.com/alerts. Watch for that spam folder. You can get it on the road or when your shirt is on or your shirt is off. Let's cut to those monthly stimulus checks. Who wants you to get what and how? Warren, Sanders, and Wyden want you to have a monthly stimulus check. AOC, Omar wants you to have one as well. Then we have the House Ways and Means Committee. They want you to have a fourth stimulus check. American Petition, 4 million Americans have asked for this as well. But the one that has captivated a country from the West Coast to the East Coast is that House bill. $1,000 a month after the first month of $2,000, at least $13,000. I think you have an opinion. Vote House or Senate if you're in the live chat right now. And tell me where you're tuning in from and how the weather is. Who gets this fourth stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that. If you got a third, you're getting a fourth. Single individual, 75,000 or less. Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, 150,000 or less. Democrats represent, you get one as well. Double it. Family of four. Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. The fourth stimulus check is not income. It's not taxable. And the fourth stimulus check will be the same amount for adult dependents and everyone else. And finally, the forced stimulus check is a monthly check, not a waivable check. So if you're at the beach today and the check comes running up to you, waving and shakes your hand, and then, offers you some stroll, that is not the U.S. check. It's the German check. And then if it kisses you on two cheeks, mwah, mwah, it's the Italian check. It's so obvious which check that was. In the second half of this video, we'll be cutting to the world exclusive as the #1 guy in D.C. wants you to have an MSC. He joins the group of many that wants you to have an MSC. And then we'll also be cutting to the breaking news about what Janet Yellen said about the situation. She's your Treasury Secretary. And also Ron Klain, your Chief of Staff at the Biden administration. So much detail. But first, let's get to some faux facts. We always love some faux facts, don't you? Faux means fake, if you don't know that. Faux means fake. And here is the faux fact queen. Her name is Frida. Frida is Freedom Frida. Why do I call him Freedom? Freedom Frida? Because she says that freedom of speech entitles her to make up facts. Yeah. So what is one of her facts? That no one's doing anything in the Democrats. They're out of town. They're gone. There's nothing happening till September. Untrue. Now, one thing that is happening is that the storyline on New York Housewives is not really going anywhere. So that is true. But the Democrats are in town and they're working all last weekend, all this week, all last week, and the toe hitch is right to the edge of the finish line. Wow. But first, here's the reality check. The reality check is that there is no forced stimulus check laying your hand that's this week or last week, but there is lots of money available. And money speaks wonders. And how much wonders is it going to speak? $80,000 worth of wonders. What? In this video, I'm going to show you why you can get massive sums of money available right now under the third stimulus. It's a lot of money. It's for rent, utilities, food, internet, and mortgage assistance and more, and it's available right now. You got bills, and this is paying lots of money right now. Don't hold it out because Jaws might eat it. All right, here we go. Johnny is our inspiration. 2 weeks ago, Johnny started the week at $0. By the middle of the week, he was with 3 viewers at $40,000 that they had gotten from rent, utilities, and food. Johnny got $40,000. Wouldn't you like $40,000? I'm sure you would. Well, by the end of the week, Johnny kept on pushing. He got 4 more items, bringing his grand total to 7 items and $80,000. Johnny got $80,000. But last week, what did Johnny do again? He reached out to his friends and family and said, watch this kid. You can get some money right now. And they got $100,000. So get a pen and paper ready right now. Get a pen and paper ready right now. You're going to start taking notes. If I talk too fast, you can replay the video, toggle the screen back because I'm going to get you this money right now. When we go over the money, we're going to start with Johnny and his calculations, what he got in that first $80,000. He got $12,000 for SNAP, $10,000 for EIDL. He got $2,000 for taxes, $21,000 for housing, $9,000 for electric, $25,000 for housing, and then he got $50 a month for internet and phone, bringing his grand total to $80,000. He then reached out to his friends and family and said, hey, are you watching this kid? No. Which kid? LALATE. Oh, yeah. Third stimulus check, I already got it, $1,400. No. There's other money in there besides third stimulus check. Really? What is it? I never heard of this. Well, you're not watching LALATE. And those friends and family got $100,000 amongst 2 of them. Here's the message from Johnny. I've been talking about you to my friends and family. As of today, I've helped 5 friends save their homes and put food on their table. And 3 of the family members didn't believe it at first. Then they got SNAP because it was a SNAP. And oh my God, 2 family members got $41,000 and the other got $58,000. It has been awesome to see people stop stressing about bills because of you. Your channel, LALATE, has helped others and myself tremendously. You're such a godsend. Purple Power, Purple Hawks. There you go. So let's start with the rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners utilities I'm going to get you right now. When we talk about the rent, the numbers are enormous. And I'm not talking about a few $100s. I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars. Wouldn't you like it? Would you like $27,000? Let's look at the numbers that people are getting for rent right now for this channel. The average payout that viewers are getting is over $20,000. Look at this. Over half a dozen people have gotten over $20,000 of rent. You can as well. Then Johnny got $9,000 for utilities. Why did Johnny get more money? Because the more subscribers, the bigger this channel, the more sophisticated the viewers are getting, the more educated and the better they are at getting this money. You're going to meet someone in a second who got $25,000 of SNAP. The number's going bigger there as well. And there for 3 items, Nancy, Nisi, and Mark. Well, Mark got 2 items at $32,000. Everyone else got 3 items. Mark gives us 2 wonderful updates. The second one I'm going to deliver to you later this week, but this one right now is a woozy. A doozy. A loozy. A boozy? No, that's one of the congressional leaders. No. So it's a doozy. Mark had gotten 2 items at $32,000, rent and utilities. But for 5 days on camera, I said to Mark, go get Snap because it's a Snap to get it. He got it in less than 5 days. Number one. Number two, he saw people like Johnny getting 7 items. So now Mark is getting more than 3 items. Incredible, great news. Number three, that Mark heard the importance of telling friends and family about this channel. He told his neighbor. His neighbor went from $0 to $21,000 of rent in less than 5 days. Incredible. Unusual? No. You just saw with Johnny, his friends and neighbors his friends and family got $100,000 in 5 days. And Shanann last weekend, Purple Hawk of 2 years, told her friend about this channel, and that friend got $21,000 in 5 days. Finally, Mark got that money for Snap. How much money for Snap did you think Mark got? He got $19,000, bringing Mark's grand total on this channel to $50,500. But guess what? The sky's the limit on this channel because also right after Mark was Lorraine at $105,000 because this is what you can do because you are part of LALATE. This is what I've been doing since day one, showing people how to get big sums of money. In April of last year, I launched this channel because people had applied for that EIDL loan and grant. They were not getting approved. They were stuck in the 330, the 331, the 484 tax. Bombshell, one after another, I showed them how to get themselves unstuck. And I got $25 million of EIDL loans approved, saving their businesses, their homes, and employees' homes. But then what happened after that was amazing. People were waiting for the PUA to go live. It was not going live in some states. They need an explanation about how to do it. I helped them. And I got viewers like Eileen Bellicamp out of Florida getting $15,000 for PUA. But then in fall of 2020, December, the holidays, bills piling up. You need money, no second stimulus check. So I showed viewers how to get $250,000 of rent like Tyrone and his family for out of Boston. Now we're doing it better than ever before. So get that pen paper ready and you're going to kill it starting right now. I'm going to show you how to get this money. I want you to get the money. Johnny got the money himself. His neighbors got the money himself. Mark, his neighbors, Nancy, all these people got the money themselves. Not sufficient, not appropriate for you to say, I'll just have the volunteers do all the work for me. They're not. You need to pick up the phone and do this for you. And you can do it. I have confidence in you. Here are the introductory remarks. First, I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. Reach out to all 6. If one says no, don't worry. They have different eligibility. They also have their different pots of money. I had one viewer yesterday say I reached out to one. I couldn't get them on the phone. Can someone else do this for me? No. You need to reach out to all 6. Pick up the phone and call. I had a very nice viewer on the noontime LA show today said, where's the utilities in my city? That's a very easy question. So if you're talking about your utility bills, then you have a couple utility bills. Call that utility company up. If you have water, gas, electric, heating, oil, call up each of them individually and ask for that money. But here is the big money. Rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage assistance because of COVID, or utility assistance because of COVID. Those are keywords you say, and these are the 6 places you reach out to. Your city hall, your city house authority. Your county hall, your county house authority. Your state hall, and your state house authority. That's 6. And there you go. You can do this. I have confidence in you. You can do it. Get this money right now. Tens of thousands of dollars is waiting for you right now. Congratulations to Tim and Linda who got this wonderful pot of money. If you're in the live chat, post your success stories right now. The next part of the money is the money coming back from from Snap. What is Snap? It's a snap of the finger. No, it's also food. SNAP is money for food you get from Department of Agriculture. Reach out to them. The eligibility is a LALATE SNAP. It's very easy. It's easier than a stimulus check. And how much does it pay? A lot. Mark got $19,000, but now he's sitting on $25,000. Oh my goodness, what happened? Because of a wonderful order from 2 weeks ago by Department of Agriculture that raised everyone's benefits up an average of 25%, lifetime, automatically, nationwide, starting October. It's incredible, great news. Congratulations to all of you. Lynn Glenn got it for herself, her son, and her mom as well, and Gail got it. If you got this money for SNAP, post in the live chat. The next part of the money is the money coming back from your state to do overpayment of unemployment benefits and a computer error because they were running the old Mac version 2.01 -20. You know, the one that was like, before the planets were formed. So yeah, one viewer got $3,000 for this. Another viewer got $5,000 for this. Reach out to your state to get this money. The last part of the money is the refund check for that 2020 unemployment benefits you paid taxes on. Margaret got it, Cod got it, Michael got it, but how much money is it? It ranges from about $1,200 to $2,000. More about that in a second. But here's a personal message. If you're in the live chat and you haven't posted success stories for rent, utility, mortgage, or utility assistance, please do it right now. Because when you do, you help other people. You inspire them. That's the spirit of this channel. I launched this channel to help people get money. And when you post the success stories, you inspire people. People just need to know, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. You have 6 places to call. City Hall, City Housing Authority, County Hall, County Housing Authority, State Hall, State Housing Authority. Pick up the phone and call. This money's waiting for you. That's what Johnny said to his family members. Pick up the phone. They were in disbelief the first day or two, and then they picked up the phone. They got it instantly. Number 2, we realized these numbers are a lot of money. This is a lot of money. It's not a few $100s. Next is several items for you to get. So keep on pushing for all the items. And finally, there's money for you, so go get it. Let's get back to those unemployment benefits. Where are they landing? By direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, go to irs.gov and do a transcript search. So 70% of the time it'll work. It'll reveal the refund check you're getting and the tax return you filed and the taxes you paid. And then 70% of the time it'll reveal, Mitch's wonderful backup singing career. Stuff I just don't want to see. Thank you. Can you just remove that there? Can we top that? Yes. As we go into the second part of this video, starting right now, deal done, sign, seal. A $3.5 trillion recon is a done deal. It has finished. The tow truck has passed over the finish line. Your recon procedural passed 2 weeks ago, which means that 1, there's a recon. Number 2, it's $3.5 trillion. And number 3, it's all checks from the American people. Biggest recon we've ever had. First recon that's all for American people. Previous ones were all for corporations. Ron Klain spoke about this over the weekend. He's the president's chief of staff. And he said exactly my words. When asked about the recon, he says, big deal about the recon. It's passed. Yeah, is Jaws in the water? Go ask him. Hey, Jaws, are you in the water? Yeah, I see him. Okay, he's in the water. It's passed. So what are you dealing with? How do we get to this wonderful spot? What are these checks? How do they work? That's coming up in the final 15 minutes of this video. But first, Janet Yellen spoke out about the situation today and said, hey, we got a lot of stuff going on in the month of September. Janet Yellen spoke about the national debt ceiling limit and how it needs to be done in September. Is that this budget bill? No, it's not. There's a lot of different budget bills they got to do. So I'm raising that for 2 reasons for you. 1, it's a different bill than this one. Number 2, so don't get confused which one it's talking about. And number 2, that the Democrats are actually doing this work sooner than later, the recon is substantive, because they see how much other work is coming on the horizon. I have all those incredible details coming up in just about 10 seconds. But first, how do we get to this wonderful spot? By taking roads and bridges out of the recon and putting it into something called the bipartisan, making your recon passable. That's what conservative publication confirms. The higher the price tag was on the recon before, the harder it was to pass. There you go. But by allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spending from the recon, the roads and bridges, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. Something you're seeing for the first time really on this show today is that the way Democrats legislate with Democrats is caffeine, coffee, and Perrier. They just go and have a cup of coffee and say, hey, what do you think about this? And when they make an agreement, that's done. The agreement, the oral agreement, is the done status. Why? Because by the time they write it to a bill, they've just basically confirmed their verbal agreement in writing. They're just memorializing the verbal agreement in writing. And then when they have the vote, it's just the confirmation of something they already agreed upon verbally weeks earlier. That is why in the month of June and July, I told you that the recon procedure was going to pass, because they had already met to agree to do a recon. And that vote was just ceremonial. That's why Representative Ilhan Omar and Representative Rishi Torres, both Democrats, both progressives, had said we need a larger recon. We need a recon that goes as big as bold as we want. They got it, $3.5 trillion. And once everyone got that recon, the president said, protect my recon, because everything in that recon is progressive priorities, the president's priorities. That's what Schatz and Jalopal told us. Now that the recon procedure has passed, tow truck has passed over the finish line, time to pick up the tow hitch, which is the recon substantive. Well, that is nearly at the edge of the finish line. All weekend long, all last week, all this week, Wyden, Warren, Sanders, the other Ron Klain, all confirmed that they were working on the provisions of this recon substantive now, because September is a very, very busy month. So no dragging the feet. No delaying, no not doing anything, no they're out of town stories from Freedom Frida. They were in town working tooth and nail going over these provisions. This is recon substantive. Let's go over recon versus bipartisan starting right now. Two paths we are watching. Path number one, your money reconciliation, also called budget bill, also called the Democratic Social Reform Plan or progressive spending plan. $3.5 trillion price tag, bipartisan, not your money, roads and bridges, infrastructure. So recon procedural has passed over the finish line. That's a tow truck. Recon substantive now anchoring up and getting right to the edge of the finish line. That's a tow hitch. What is the difference between a recon procedural and a recon substantive? Keywords you want to watch in these graphics are the words committees. Recon procedural, done. Price tag, $3.5 trillion, done. Committees are given certain amounts of money, done. So then the next question is, how are they going to spend the money? Well, that is where they are right now. Those coffee chats, those meetings, going to their offices, chatting, that's where they are right now. And once they have the verbal agreement, they're done. They're done. There is no concern about bill writing or bill voting, because once they have the verbal agreement, then it's a done deal, signed, sealed. How do we get to this wonderful spot as well? We got to the spot from Jalopal, who recently wrote Schumer a letter saying, chuck all the vote on the recon. That letter was signed by 100-plus House Democrats who recently called for a monthly stimulus check in the fourth stimulus package. Can we top that? Yes. 7 members of the House Ways and Means Committee also wrote the president recently for their wish and desire to put a monthly fourth stimulus check in the fourth stimulus recon. What you see on this channel is that there's virtually every single Democrat calling for a monthly fourth stimulus check. So that has caused some angst for a particular person. What's her name? Freedom Frida. She wants you to know, she wants you to think that no one's talking about a fourth stimulus check. Frida, yeah, they are. They're just the people that you run circles in are not. Mitch McConnell not talking about a stimulus check because he's not giving you one. But the Democrats, my goodness, they can't stop talking about it. And how do we get to this wonderful spot? Well, Ron Klain also said that over the weekend. He confirmed my reporting, which was taking that global minimum corporate tax rate out of the fourth stimulus recon. What was that thing? It was something about paying for the recon by raising taxes on the 50th wealthiest corporations in the United States that are not paying any taxes, not by raising the national debt. And so this is incredible great news because it's not on the recon. It's now already law. They got that into law many weeks ago. And can we top that? Yes. In the final 15 minutes of this video, so much breaking news, so many world exclusives, the MSC, with that tow hitch right at the edge of the finish line. How is it going to work? How is it going to play out? What are the issues? And everything you need to know on that MSC. Then we'll be cutting to the other stimulus checks in the fourth stimulus recon. What does application base mean? It means a lot of money. I have all those details and more, but first, if you have gotten one item from this channel over the last year, you are ready to rock and roll under fourth stimulus. But if you haven't, do it today. City Hall, City House Authority, County Hall, County House Authority, State Hall, State House Authority. Do not reach out to the volunteers, say, hey, I want money, go get me money. I'm too lazy to pick up the phone. No. You call all 6 places yourself. And then after you've gotten one item or have stalled out for any particular reason after reaching out to all 6 places, then you can reach out to the volunteers. Here's a little bit about them. And I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as Evenings LA continues. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. and then afternoons LA Late at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late. And the excitement continues right now, direct from Santa Monica with your big update about those MSCs. All the Democrats are talking about it. They all want to give it to you. I have all the incredible details in the final 15 minutes of this video. Then we'll be cutting to the other items in that recon. Deliciousness, lots of checks, lots of items. We'll be going over how you can take a bite out of all these items in this fourth semester recon. Take a massive bite, just sort of like Jaws. Yeah. Be careful in the water. And we're going to go over why the Purple Hawks are going to kill it under this fourth stimulus recon. And then we cut to fifth stimulus as well. What a big night. What a big evening. And the number one guy flexing his muscles to get that fourth stimulus recon in your hand. I have all those details and more. And with that, subscribe, because boy, it is a big night. I'm so excited for you to join me. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. So much happening across the board. Have you signed up for those LA alerts? Please do, because boy, you don't want to miss a single video or an alert when there's a shark in the water. And guess what? It's not Sharknado, it's Stimulato-nado. Stimulanato-nado. And hit that alert at news.la.com. Once you see the confirmation email, hit the blue button. Meantime, let's cut to the deliciousness of fifth stimulus. Fifth stimulus is heating up in September, and it goes out to that vote in October and in November. How does it work? What is at issue? It is that SSI reform. People always say, why is he talking about fifth stimulus when we haven't gotten fourth stimulus? Because of the SSI reform, not because of the check. SSI reform has been the talk of the country for over a year, and it's getting done. First, they're going to raise your benefit limits up. Then they're going to remove the asset limit, add the inflationary benchmark, remove the income exclusion, and remove the marriage penalty. Let's go over briefly how it works. First, they're going to raise your benefits up a lifetime. That is if you are on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA. Then they're going to move the benchmark. Then they're going to apply the new benchmark. That new benchmark they're applying is inflation. It's going up. Oh, Central Bank of Europe meeting this week about tapering. Brazilian inflation now a big concern. Inflation, big concern across the board. Let's say it's 5%. That means your benefits will go up another 5%, not just next year, but lifetime. Because once your benefits go up, they never go down. Then they're going to move the asset cap, dating back to a 1980s law that says you can't have more than $3,000 on hand. It's going to go away. They're going to remove the income cap, dating back to a 1960s law that says you can't work and stay on benefits. It's going to go away. And finally, the marriage penalty is going to win. And marriage penalty is going to lose. And marriage is going to win. And love is going to conquer all. The marriage penalty will end completely, and your benefits will be restored, and you'll be able to get married and no longer fear loss of benefits. And when you get married, you'll no longer fear losing tempo on the dance floor during the marriage ceremony. And with that, will there be a fifth stimulus check? Yes, the Democrats represent on the House Ways and Means are giving you a fifth stimulus check. Finally, if you're on the live chat and you haven't become a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? Purple Hawks have that emoji next to your name of a beautiful purple hawk. Those are the people who have literally conquered these massive sums of money in this fifth stimulus package. Daily Purple Hawks are delivered by me to them, a breakdown of all the big money available for them under first, second, and third stimulus. When first stimulus passed, I said, hey, there's a lot of money in there. You need to get this money. Now Purple Hawks are not getting $1,400 stimulus checks. They're getting $14,000 times 2 or 3. Viewers are getting $32,000, $40,000, $60,000, $80,000 routinely from this channel as Purple Hawks. Consider becoming a member today so you learn about all the incredible sums of money that are available for you in that third stimulus. Picking up the phone has never been easier, and this is a lot of money. You owe it yourself. Become a Purple Hawk. The link is on the video right now. And with that, we go into the final 15 minutes of this video, starting right now. Deal done, signed, sealed. Your fourth stimulus recon procedure is a done deal. The tow truck has passed over the finish line. There will be a recon, 1. It will be $3.5 trillion, 2, and that recon will be all checks for the American people. That's done. That's in the books. So what are they doing now? Democrats are having their meetings privately behind closed doors, their coffee chats, talking about the recon substantive. And that recon substantive is the deal provisions. You're not going to see what they're saying in those behind those closed doors, because this is what Democrats do. Democrats negotiating with Democrats. When they're done, they're going to write it to a bill format and then call for a vote. All finished based upon the deal agreement. And that's happening this week. Wow, we're really at the edge of the finish line. Now, we have two different pots of money in this recon. We have the big application-based checks, stimulus checks, and then we have the push for those IRS MSC stimulus checks in there as well. Let's go over the first pot of money. There's a lot of it. $3.5 trillion of checks are put in there. They're generally application-based, meaning that you have to pick up the phone and ask for the money. You've been doing this since day one. You know how to pick up the phone. It's easy breezy. Why is it not coming to you directly from IRS? Because IRS doesn't know about you and these subject matters. There's no way it would know to pay you this money. And that's why in that graphic earlier today, I said, hey, in this video, I said, hey, watch the word committee. There it is. Price tag 3.5 trillion and the money given to committees. Those committees have your money because they will then be contacted by you that says, hey, I qualify for the money. Give it to me. Here are some of the items that are examples in the proposal for the fourth stimulus recon. Free school meals for all, checks. Tax break checks. Cheaper prescription medication, checks. Lots of checks for farmers. Checks for free internet. And lots of other checks like checks for clean energy. And then checks for seniors like checks for dental, checks for vision, checks for hearing, checks for workers like independent contractors. IRS doesn't know anything about your teeth or your dental or your vision, so they would never know to send you the money. So the money would be at committees, and you would reach out to say, hey, I qualify, send me the money over. Very simple, just a phone call away. And that is why Purple Hawks are going to do so well under fourth stimulus recon, because it's just like third, where you're picking up the phone and getting this money for rent, utilities, food, internet, as Johnny did. He got 7 items. He made 7 phone calls. Purple Hawks, you're going to kill it on a fourth stimulus recon because there's going to be a lot of different checks in a lot of different places. They're going to be shown where they all are for you to pick up the phone and get it. And that is where the big money is. Very exciting. Now, let's go into the big details about that MSC, monthly stimulus checks. Democrats. It's hard to find a Democrat who has not talked about the MSC in the fourth stimulus recon. They all are talking about it. And ultimately, as a Purple Power, your push should be pay me the money. I really need the money. Economic advocacy, social advocacy, not asking when is it. You met some cast of characters this week. And these are cast of characters who do not help anything in the equation on getting stimulus checks. There's Calendar Colleen who says, it's September. It's September. Do they know it's September? They do know. It doesn't help the equation. And there's Calendar Colleen says, whatever happened to July, whatever happened to August, whatever happened to June. That doesn't help with the equation either. The equation starts with you picking up the phone saying, we're owed stimulus checks. We need stimulus checks, and they need to be monthly. Be professional, respectful, and kind. That's what I said nearly 4 weeks ago. Not a lot of viewers called. I said, call your Democratic senators and say that to them. But one viewer did. His name was WR. Picked up the phone and called Senator Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware, Joe Biden, old confidant. Said professionally, respectfully, and kindly, we need a stimulus check. I need a stimulus check. This country needs a stimulus check and needs to be monthly. The response by Senator Chris Coons' staffer, Senator Chris Coons is giving you a monthly stimulus check. Well, there you go. Done, deal, signed, sealed. Could someone have also picked up the phone and asked him? They did not. But then let's look at this recon bill. The full name of the recon bill, when it's done, is called the Reconciliation Budget Bill. Well, what committee oversees it? What committee does it? The House Budget Committee. Yeah, it's sort of obvious. The House Budget Committee with the budget bill. Actually, means Senate Budget Committee with the budget bill. And who is the head of the Senate Budget Committee? The Senate Budget Chairman. Oh yeah, the Budget Chairman of the Budget Committee with the budget bill. Okay, I got. Okay, and then who's that person? Bernie Sanders. Oh, Budget Bernie Sanders was the chairman of the Budget Committee with the budget bill and the recon budget. I got it. So what did he say 2 weeks ago? He said, pick up the phone and ask me. I mean, that's basically what he said. Pick up the phone and talk to me, not ask me. He had said the prior budget chairmen sort of just do their thing in D.C., but I like to get out amongst the people and hear from them. What does that translate as? It translates as he wants to hear from you what to put in that budget bill. And so 2 weeks ago, I told viewers, pick up the phone and tell Senator Bernie Sanders in a polite way what you think should be included. Don't ask. Don't ask. Don't be calling a call and say, whatever happened in July? Whatever happened in June? Don't be calling a call and say, it's September. And don't be, just the question mark. When? Oh, who are those? That's Wendy and Will Wen from Wentzville. Did you ever meet them? I think you met them. Yeah, they're not here with us today. Where are they? I don't know. You can't ask where because that's sort of different than when. But I said, pick up the phone and call Bernie. And not a lot of you did. Lynn Glenn did initially, and Brother Joshua, a longtime viewer, Purple Hawk volunteer from 2020 for the community page. He picked up the phone and he spoke to Bernie Sanders' staffer and the staffers, and he told Bernie Sanders' staffer the importance of an MSC, and the staffer said, yes, we agree. Senator Bernie Sanders is putting a fourth stimulus check, monthly stimulus check in the fourth stimulus recon. Yes! Great news. World exclusive. It's so simple just to pick up the phone and talk about it, and then you'll learn that it exists. Number one, Bernie Sanders wants to give you a monthly stimulus check. Number two, it's going to be $1,000 to $1,400. That's the range. Number three, that the proposal is 3 to 6 months. Absolutely incredible, great news, but there's a catch to it. He needs to make sure you have his support. He needs to make sure you support him. This is easy. We've been doing this since 2020. 2020, we always talked about elected officials not supporting us. Now they need our support. We got this on Purple Power. I launched Purple Power last year to say you can push and change things. You can change history, make economic history across the board. When I created Purple Power, it was for that. You have the Purple Power. You can change history. And we did. In fall of 2020, no second stimulus check was coming you needed. It was the holidays. And I said, hey, they got to do this thing called a CR. Let's put a stimulus check in there. People thought I was crazy. That crazy kid from LA, you don't put a stimulus check in the CR. I said, I don't care. Put it in there. Put it in there. And we woke up one morning and finally, after weeks of pushing, it was in there. Now is your opportunity to make history again. He wants you to push. You can do this. Pick up the phone and call Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Ron Klain, Chuck Schumer, Ron Wyden, AOC, Omar, and say, hey, we need a monthly stimulus check. I need a monthly stimulus check. These are the reasons we need it. Be professional, respectful, and kind. And there you go. Bernie Sanders versus House Bill, very close. House Bill, $1,000 a month over 12 months. It would take 12 months to get $13,000. Bernie, on the high end, it would take 6 months to get about $9,000. Not that much different. And there you go. Life is about taking things and taking them by the horns. When money is available for you, you take that money. You do not make yourself financially dependent upon the arrival of a payment of an item. Fourth stimulus, not paying this week. Third stimulus, paying this week and paying a lot of money. If you have 3 utility companies at home, call all 3 utility companies. Then go after the rent and mortgage or any other items that I cover in this channel. Go after that SNAP as well. All these sums of monies could have you start the week at $0 and end the week at $80,000, just like Johnny. Even more, like $100,000, like Lorraine. You have that ability. As Johnny said, it creates an enormous relief and strain from your bills when so much of them, $80,000 of them, are being paid under third stimulus recon. It changes everything. So pick up the phone and call today. I know you can call City Hall, City House Authority, County Hall, County House Authority, State Hall, State House Authority, and get that big money. Don't leave it for Jaws to get it. He's had enough to eat in the last 2 years. I mean, whether it was Jaws 1, Jaws 2, Jaws 3, he's had enough to eat. Don't let him eat your stimulus. Go get that third stimulus. It's all for you and all deliciousness. Don't let Jaws tell you it's delicious because everything he eats is, I guess, he's high protein. And with that, coming up next is Overnight's Crypto. Then we go into stream stimulus at 7 o'clock. Then 8 o'clock is Sirloin. 9 o'clock, Overnight's LALATE. And then 11:30 is Purple. Back tomorrow morning is our new hit show and our new lineup. We have our overnight shows at 3 and 3:30. Then early mornings LALATE, always at 4 a.m. But our new hit show at 7 a.m. mornings countdown LALATE. And then at 9 a.m. mornings LALATE. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers to YouTube. Recognize once you're part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA.